Hello everybody. I'm going to talk today about our thoughts. Some things that we cannot see, but we can definitely feel. Do you remember what were you thinking when you walked into this hall? Were you talking to your friends? Or were you on your phone? What made you choose the topic of your conversation? What influenced it? And how many thoughts have you had the moment you sat down until now? And where do they come from? Our minds are constantly thinking, aiding our decision making. On average, human mind generates about 60,000 thoughts per day. Imagine if each of the 60,000 thoughts could be expressed in 20 words. By the end of the day, we will have 1,200,000 words, enough to generate 15 books in a single day and 107 books in just 7 days, assuming that each book is around 800 words long. It's truly amazing, isn't it? But again, where do these words come from? What shapes our inner landscape? And what influences our decisions and choices? Our thoughts, in fact, are influenced by a multitude of factors. Today, we will focus on 3 factors: our culture, beliefs, and media. Our culture plays a pivotal role in shaping our thoughts and perspective. From infancy, we are raised by our families and society, just as they were raised by their ancestors and predecessors. They pass down their knowledge and experiences, be it vast or limited, shaping our understanding of the world. But think about it. Our culture forms our understanding of what is right and what is wrong, what is acceptable and what is taboo. And we absorb these stories, tradition, and custom of our culture, internalizing them as part of our own narrative. I personally admire some of these traditions and history and stories for the wisdom and lessons that they hold. But here's the twist. Culture not only shapes our thoughts, but also shapes our preconceived notions and biases, influencing the way we perceive, judge, and interact with the rest of the world. Now let's pause for a moment and reflect on the implication of this. If culture influences our thoughts and biases, it means our thought and our perception may not always be unbiased and objective. We might unknowingly reinforce stereotypes and cling to rigid beliefs due to our cultural conditioning. So, are we truly seeing the world as it is? Or are we filtering it to the lens of our cultural biases? Perhaps the answer lies in our willingness to critically examine our inherited culture and be mindful of the profound influence of it on our thoughts. Now, let's shift our focus on another powerful factor: belief. During our formative years, we absorb information from trusted sources without questioning it. How about now? What type of belief influenced your thoughts? Have you ever questioned them? For example, how many of you believe that you cannot teach an old dog new tricks? This is a popular belief, and it implies that it is impossible to teach or change someone who is already set in their way. But research has shown that human brain possesses remarkable plasticity, and we can form new neural connections to acquire new knowledge at any time and at any age. This belief fails to acknowledge the human potential for growth and adaptability. Shall we look at another example? Life is short. It is another classic one-liner that's been thrown around for ages, especially in response to something unfortunate. If life is short, shouldn't we be frantically seeking experiences, trying to fill our limited time on this earth? If life is short, wouldn't we be stuck with a handful of mistakes and missed opportunities? But what if life is not inherently short, but rather long, filled with consequences and opportunities? What if the essence of life is not found and is not measured through its length, but in the moments that we cherish and the moments that we share? Moments are fleeting, like shooting stars. One is gone, it cannot be recreated. But moments are also infinite. They will keep on appearing in different forms. So let's shift our belief. Life is not short, but it is a beautiful journey where every moment counts. So isn't it time to question and challenge any notion that goes against our value and doesn't benefit us? Now let's turn our attention to the influential role of media in our thought. We live in a world where information is easily accessible, and it has the potential to shape our perspective and our thoughts with every click, every scroll, and every swipe. There is plenty of useful information in the media that is beneficial, but it can also be polarizing. Many platforms out there offer various types of information. But in this battle of information, who should triumph? Should it be the stories that captivate us and broaden our horizon? Or should it be the platform that control the flow of information and our worldview? Our minds, like powerful computers, process vast amount of information without built-in filters for truth or quality. And that makes us prone to the emotional impact and distorted perception that could be caused by constant exposure to negative news. Let's take a look at these recent headlines from various news agencies. They're actually quite depressing. Imagine someone beginning their daily routine by reading news about war, poverty, economic turmoil, and crime. Constant exposure to this kind of news shape their worldview with negativity, as if wearing tinted glasses that filter out the story of hope, resilience, and human connection behind these headlines. But why does positive news often take a backseat in negativity? Are we addicted to the dramatic and to the tragic? Are we even contributing to this vicious cycle where positive news overshadowed by sensationalism? But this is not entirely our fault. This phenomenon, known as negativity bias, describes our tendency to pay more attention to negative news and experiences compared to positive ones. But let's not only blame our mind for this bias. Just as we question the notion that you cannot teach an old dog new tricks, can we also challenge this pattern? If we cannot control the headlines and the news, can we at least control what we share and what we read? It's about finding balance while staying informed but without feeling overwhelmed. We will have to choose one day. Will we passively accept the narrative that been presented to us, or actively seeking news and stories that empower or uplift us? Within the context of our mind, our culture and upbringing lay the groundwork, providing the basis of our thoughts and perspective. Simultaneously, our belief intertwined with our consciousness, molding our perceptions of reality. And in this era of rapid digital advancement, it is imperative that we be a mindful consumer, recognizing the impact of media and its ability to create narratives. In our mind, conflicting thoughts can arise, offering different choices that can shape our journey in different directions. This journey is complex and dynamic. It requires continuous and conscious navigation. So let's challenge the norms, question the status quo, and harness the power of our thoughts. On average, a blink of an eye can occur within 100 to 150 milliseconds, but a thought can occur within milliseconds or even faster, depending on the complexity of the subject matter. But it is in this fleeting moment we have the power to transform opinion into observation, options into decision, judgment into curiosity, and doubt into exploration. So as we reflect the influence of our thoughts and the power to shape our narratives, I invite you to ponder, how will you wield the pen of your thoughts? And what kind of adventurous journey are you going to embark to craft the story of your life? Thank you very much.